Vlogmas 2016. I had to do it.
Merry little Christmas.
So today we have oh wait, microphone. Hold up. Let me go grab that. So yes, super wet and rainy, cold today. I don't even know if I want to leave the house, but I need to package up my stuff. I actually haven't packaged up anything. It's like 10:44. Post office closes at 1, so I went out, picked up the well, let me show y'all. So the other day in the last vlog, which you probably could not tell at all, I picked up a printer. I had to get a new printer. Check that out. Boom. You had to pick up the new printer. This is a 2360 DW. I picked that one up because it uses the same ink as my 2320 right there. Y'all see that right there? Boom. Okay. Had to also pick up a heater. Boom. Had to pick up the heater because it's freezing cold out here these mornings. And you know, that's when I'm out here at 2 o'clock getting it in, so I gotta have some heat. Definitely also need to switch this lens out. Even though this lens is awesome, way too tight, man. I mean, like, you're too close, man. And that's the difference a wide angle lens will make. So I think we're also gonna go pick up a new monitor today. I've actually been using a 2 monitor setup. Like this monitor right here, this thing. This I found at the Weigh and Pay for $5, and I've been splitting the signal between my laptop and that screen, which is cool. Or it has been cool up until now, but now that I'm editing video and I really need to be able to see the colors. Shout outs to Big Tech. He had mentioned that the colors were too dark in one of my videos. I need that kind of criticism because I can't really, I mean, this is the best I can do with what I can see. So I need to get a new monitor for that. I want to help people get to a point where you're not worried about bills, so you can focus on building up skills. Ooh, bars. Since today I got the new printer, I need a new monitor. Let's just talk about the tools that we use. It's so important to have the right tools. Like, it's just, there's so much that we do. We always try to like cut, like me, I'm super cheap. I try to cut corners. I don't want to spend money on that. Yeah, you need to spend money on that, okay? There's a big chance that in business, you're trying to save a dime and it's costing you $1. Like, you just can't operate like that. So the printer I had before was the 2320. It actually is on sale for like $50 right now. They didn't have any more when I was up there. But you know what? I paid $89 for this one, but I haven't opened it up yet, so I might just take it back. So it looks like the store closest to me doesn't have the printer right now. But if I bought it today, they would have it by Wednesday. And, you know, that's like $30 savings, so we should do that. A lot of people don't want to spend money on things that might make them more money in business, but then they trick off money on other things. Like, so let's just go ahead, take this printer back. It hasn't even been opened. I haven't used it, so it's obviously not that serious. And get that $30 and put it towards something else, like that monitor I'm about to go get, right? I gotta say, this is pretty bananas. This customer in eBay left me a message that says, it's like a little buyer note. It says, if not able to send to P.O. Box, leave package in black trash can at gate. And that's what they actually have as their ship to address. So I'm not gonna mess with it. Our printer is definitely struggling out here. Like, basically what happens is I go to try to print a label, then the paper gets stuck, and then it says it has no paper. So I have to just keep opening it up, closing it back, open it up, closing it back. Let's see what it do. Come on. We gonna make it. Okay. Come on. Yes. So, it's gonna be a few more days of this, but you gotta think about percentages, not dollars, right? I mean, I paid $89 for this printer the first time. Now I'm gonna pay $50. So that's like what? Psh, a lot. Let me give y'all some game real quick. So, if you ever have a sweater, it's been sitting like on a hanger forever. So what I do is I put it on, right? Okay, I know this is all ridiculous, right? But this totally works. You get your fingers wet, and you just kind of ball them up like a fist, and just kind of, I know this is gonna look ridiculous. It's not gonna look like much. Believe it or not, you let it sit like this for like a couple seconds to dry. This is like you just washed it. By the time it arrives to the customer, it'll be fine.
Look at you, girl, you getting fancy, all Jamie Foxx. Yeah, and it's an Uncle Junior and every family, all Jamie Foxx. Yeah, hey, we like David trying to beat the Giants, so we slinging rocks. Yeah, yeah. I said we tell jokes and we push keys, all Jamie Foxx. Yeah, yeah. Now can the King Tower let me know? She grabbed a purse and she ready to go.
It seems like the world moves so much faster when you vlog. So I picked up the GoPro Session. This thing is phenomenal. This is like the best camera I've ever owned, like just for what it is. Like this is the ultimate vlogging camera. This thing is waterproof. Got speakers, that's why you guys are able to hear me a little bit better than you probably could back when I had my iPhone. 90 frames per second, 1080. It's things you guys don't care about, but trust me, if anyone of you guys are interested in doing any kind of vlogs, this is the camera I would personally recommend. This thing is phenomenal for what it is. But one issue I have is I like to get a lot of little sneaky shots when I'm out, and there's two red lights on it. There's a red light up front right here, and there's a red light on the back. So in order for me to be incognito, I need to go ahead and cover these up. So I went out and copped this black duct tape. We're going to go ahead and cover this up right now. Okay, so yeah, but other than this, I mean, I got no complaints on this thing. It's definitely better than I expected. Oh, and it's got voice activation too. GoPro, record. No, I didn't set it up, I'm just playing. But it really does have voice activation. This is everything you could possibly want in a small camera. And it shoots 4K. The only drawback to this camera is that it plugs with a USB Type-C. The problem is that I don't have a bunch of USB Type-Cs right now. But when you get to the point where that becomes the standard, this won't be a big deal. But for right now, it's kind of a pain in the ass. This is actually the first GoPro that I've ever wanted to keep. I'm just about to go run to the post office, but I just had another sale, so I'm about to go ahead and package this up real quick. And then we're going to hit the streets. Like I said, it's cold, it's rainy. I'm not really trying to do much today. I really just want to post up and list, so that's probably going to be the plan. Let's go.
See, I'm not king, cause he was king, but we was kings before slaves. Drop tops, fly shit with a chain and watch, yeah. I had a hot top back in 9-6, all Jamie Foxx, yeah.
Today absolutely sucked, man. Like, once again, the walls were empty. Like, I don't know what's going on, like why they took everything off the walls. There's obviously stuff back there, but they're for some reason not putting it out. About the last week and a half I've gone in there and there's nothing.
The town clowns everywhere, why I lift you up, rep you extra hard just so I could put it down everywhere. Shit like this can be found everywhere.
Before we go in here and grab this printer, I just want to put some things into perspective for some of you guys, right? Like, a lot of y'all don't know me. A lot of y'all just seen my video like randomly in the last couple weeks or whatever. Other people have been rocking with me for over a year. I started this business with literally $40 and a bike rack. Like, I didn't have my truck, I didn't have no laptop, I didn't have, I mean, my camera that I was using back then was a Canon T3. I didn't have no lights, I didn't have nothing, okay? I literally told my wife, look, I've been doing this eBay thing since I was a kid. I know it works. I found a place where I can get some inventory. You know, you married, you got a family, you got a kid. I just said, you know what, I want to be responsible. I'm not going to take money away from my family to go try this new thing. I'm going to start it from scratch. You don't need any of this stuff. Like, need. You don't need any of it, okay? Maybe the smartphone you probably need. But other than that, I mean, if you want to make it happen, you'll make it happen, and then you'll just kind of go from there. Like, the way this business is, the margins are so good that you can literally take 20 bucks and get started. So when I tell you I started with $40 on a bike rack, I want you to understand, every time you guys see me buy something that costs hundreds upon hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, I started with $40. Like, I had to make it multiply enough times over and over and over and over and over again to be able to turn it into a place where I can take money and buy something that doesn't make more money. So like, this printer costs $89.99, right? Well, If I started and I made 120 bucks and then I bought this printer, I would be out money because now my money is tied up in this printer, which doesn't make any money. Once you have to take money out of the business, that money is gone forever. If I have to take money out of my business to pay my gas bill, the gas bill is not an investment in my company. Like when I'm buying stuff, it's a tool. Like everything I buy is to get something out of. I didn't need a truck before. I got one to move inventory. You know, I didn't have a laptop before. I got a laptop so I could work in peace and quiet wherever I was. So I could work while I was at work. So I could work while I was at lunch. So I could work when I was across town, or if I was traveling or whatever. Like that was a business expense that was needed for the business. I'm not buying this stuff because it's cool or because it's flashy or because of whatever. And then when you buy these things, sometimes you have to buy the best. Like buying the cheapest isn't always the way to go, right? Like sometimes you're missing out on features that would actually make your life easier. So you just can't be cheap to a fault, right? Like I might need the highest level of whatever, but maybe I can buy it used instead of buying it new. So maybe I'll save money that way. Or maybe I find somebody who's got it for the low and I buy it that way. Like cutting corners and trying to save money is not always the way to go. All right, so we got our money coming back, 97 bucks. About to go buy the new printer and then try to get that monitor.
I just bought that bitch.
When you see me switching lanes in that bubble gum range, on them offset wheels, man, guess what I did? I bought that bitch. I just bought that bitch.
So I thought they might have it, they don't. So this is the newer one I just returned. It's 89. I'm just gonna order the other one for 50. And I found the monitor. The monitor is 120.
Every time I come through, they do what the bums do. Licking out stink, licking out stink.
Now we know the rules. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.